resources but build nothing long-lasting.
That is why the Accra effect has come to inspire leaders to stop complaining about the system that has changed or is changing, and to build a way through it. Across much of Global South, we see a similar distressing pattern.
State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that the essence of the forum is to galvanize support for governments in Africa to rethink their strategies for transforming economies and to address the numerous challenges confronting the people. The Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Rashidi Ladoja, has expressed hope that President Bola Tinubu will address the current insecurity challenges confronting Nigeria in parts of the country. Now, the Olubadan was in the State House on a visit to President Tinubu. It was the first meeting between President Tinubu and the traditional ruler since his coronation on September 26, 2025. Their private meeting lasted about 30 minutes. Oba Ladoja, who was installed as the 44th Olubadan about 4 months ago, told State House correspondent Musbah Wahab that he was on a thank-you visit to the president for attending his coronation ceremony in Ibadan. The former Oyo State governor commended President Tinubu's efforts at strengthening the country's economy, leading to more revenue for governments across levels to work with.
The states have more money than we had when we were governors, and they are able to meet their commitments than what we had when we were governors. So I believe that by and large, the economy has to be fixed and is being fixed. We will hope that by the time it's leaving 2031, it will have put Nigeria where all of us will be proud of.
He, however, advised the president to double on all his efforts towards tackling insecurity challenges and ensuring food security across Nigeria.
The situation of health is not, it doesn't pay Nigeria that any little thing will run abroad. It doesn't pay Nigeria to continue in that line. We should have standard hospitals where we can treat our people. But the major problem we really now have is the problem of insecurity. Farmers find it difficult to go to their farms. And it is already coming to the south also. I don't think it is insurmountable, but by and large, we believe that the president is tackling it correctly now.
Following collapse of the national grid that resulted in power outage nationwide, the Nigerian Independent System Operator NISO says system restoration has commenced with electricity supply already restored to Abuja, Osogbo, Benin, Onitsha and parts of Lagos as well as Niger states. A statement by NISO shows that restoration efforts are ongoing progressively in other parts of the country. NISO's preliminary reports attribute the recent system collapse to simultaneous tripping of multiple 330 kV transmission lines alongside the disconnection of some grid-connected generating units. The Minority Caucus of the House of Representatives says it has identified discrepancies between the certified true copies of the tax laws passed by the National Assembly and the version earlier published in the official Gazette. The caucus, in a statement, notes that preliminary findings by its ad hoc committee investigating the matter revealed there were alleged illegal alterations to the Nigeria Tax Administration Act 2025. The caucus pointed out that while the National Assembly's version of the law provided for a tax compliance reporting threshold of 50 million naira for individuals and 100 million naira for companies, the gazetted version lowered the reporting thresholds for individuals to 25 million from 50 million and 100 million instead of 250 million naira for companies. Representative Afam Ogene, who chairs the minority caucus ad hoc committee on the issue, calls for deeper investigations into alleged attack on the constitutional authority of Parliament. Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has resigned his membership of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. In a letter delivered to the DISO ward chairman of the party in Gwale local government area by the Director General, Media and Publicity, Kano Government House, Sanusi Bature Dawakin Tofa, the governor said his decision was informed by deepening internal crisis within the party and the need to safeguard the broader interests of the people of Kano State. Governor Yusuf is resigning today alongside 21 members of the Kano State House of Assembly, 8 members of the House of Representatives, and 44 local government chairmen across the state. Now, Justice Florence Fiborosima of the Oyibo High Court in Rivers State, sitting in Port Harcourt, has adjourned indefinitely the suit filed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu, challenging the impeachment processes against them by the Speaker and 26 other members of Rivers State House of Assembly, as well as the clerk of the House. The lead counsel to Martin Chike Amawelu and the House of Assembly members Sunday Ibrahim Ame SAN informed the court about the appeal which has been entered and prayed the court to stop further hearing pending the determination of the appeal. The oral applications were not opposed by the lead claimant's counsel, Paul Orikolo, SAN, and Lawrence Okojaja, who is the counsel to 28 to 30 defendants in the court. Ruling on the application, the presiding judge, Justice Florence, adjourned it indefinitely following proof of 2 separate appeals which have been entered, a decision which she said will enable the appeal court to determine the suit before it. Recall that the Rivers State High Court of Oyibo local government area, sitting in Port Harcourt, issued an interim order injunction against the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly and 32 others, including the Clerk of the House and Chief Judge of Rivers State, restraining them from forwarding articles of impeachment or other documents or communication to the Chief Judge with the sole aim of setting up a panel to investigate alleged gross misconduct. Now, troops of Operation Oduaka have cleared the Anjali forest in Enugu, described as a hibernating ground for the independent people of Biafra and the Eastern Security Network terrorizing parts of the southeast. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa on a media tour to the zone has details.
This is Ajali Forest in Eziagu local government area, about 2 hours drive from Enugu, the state capital. The ungoverned space provided safe haven for IPOP and ESN members, terrorizing the area and truncating socio-economic activities in parts of the southeast. In December 2025, troops of the 103 Battalion under Operation Udoka stormed the forest, destroying criminal camps and detonating IEDs.
A total of 8 camps were cleared and were able to neutralize and destroy the majority of their camps. About 197 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammo were recovered. We also arrested 2 of the IPOB members.
To enhance rapid response and easy access to the hibernating cells of the criminals, roads and routes are being provided.
We
enjoyed the festive period. It was peaceful. There was no intimidation. There was no criminal attack. There were no kidnappings.
Continue to support the armed forces of Nigeria.
The general officer commanding 82 Division enjoined the residents of the area to see security as a collective responsibility.
Cyberspace has been very, very active, and we monitor it from time to time, and when necessary, we issue counter narratives also. It has been a major influence in the happenings in the southeast.
The Defense Media Operations Tour spanned to other parts of the country. From Ajale in Ezeagu local government area of Enugu State, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
We'll take a break now. The news continues thereafter. Please stay tuned.
The power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, President Bola Tinubu has taken a decisive step in Nigeria's diplomatic engagements by approving the posting of 3 high-profile ambassador designates. This comes months after a long list of 68 ambassadorial nominees was sent to the Senate. Governor Ta'ala tells us more.
The postings reveal a clear focus, decisive and a strategic one, in preparation to hit the ground running towards enhancing Nigeria's diplomatic engagements and follow-up bilateral talks with major allies. To the Hall of Paris, Ambassador Ayodele Oke, a seasoned diplomat, is now the ambassador-designate to France. Colonel Latif Are, a military strategist, is the ambassador-designate to the United States of America, and Ambassador Amin Al-Hatu, previously served in South Korea, has been named the High Commissioner designate to the United Kingdom. An analyst weighs in on these strategic postings.
We also know that it takes time for these ambassadors to get what you call the agreement, for countries to accept them, and then they present their letters before they become effective. This may also take another, couple of months. Better late than never. It doesn't matter whether your discipline does not matter here. But the government on its own should also take Nigerians along. Let Nigerians feel the impact of governance.
So far, the president has directed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to formally notify the governments of France, the United States, and the United Kingdom. It is well known that career ambassadors are professional diplomats who rose through the ranks of foreign service, while non-career ambassadors are typically political appointees selected for a specific reason or their expertise outside diplomacy. The fact remains, with this redeployment, diplomacy is set in motion and a new phase to protect and shape the nation's national interest abroad. In Abuja, Garba Muhammad Atala, NTA News.
Now, Nigeria and Austria have pledged to deepen bilateral relations and multilateral cooperation. The commitment was made during high-level talks in Abuja between Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, and Austria's Secretary General for Foreign Affairs, Nikolaus Maschik. A statement from the minister's office says the discussions were focused on expanding economic ties in sectors like renewable energy, digital innovation, and agriculture. Both sides also emphasized cooperation on security, education, and cultural exchange. The The Austrian delegation affirmed Nigeria's key role in its new Africa strategy, while Nigeria welcomed Austria's collaborative approach. The meeting reinforced a shared commitment to a rule-based international order and sustainable development. Now, leadership of the organized labor wants government at all levels to motivate and boost productivity of workers by ensuring that needed compensation are paid when due and necessary. The call was made by the president of Pengasan, Festus Osifo, at a night of tribute for the December 10, 2005 Sosoliso airline plane crash, which killed 108 people, including former president of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan, Uche Marcus Okoro. 20 years after, the organized labor honors their former leader, calling for better compensation to victims of such crashes whose loved ones are left to suffer the agony.
What we enjoy today in the oil and gas movement is not because the government loves the workforce in there, or it's not because the management love the people that are working there. It's truly because of the force of Pengasan. It's truly because of the leadership that Pengasan has demonstrated over time.
When you serve very well, you leave a legacy that everybody wants to always record. So if you don't have a legacy, nobody remembers you. So one of the things that I will talk about our leaders is to know that service is everything. And when you leave that legacy, how much do you need to live life?
The wife of late Uche Okoro recounts the incident as she appreciates the union for always supporting the family.
Whatever it will take to serve the humanity selflessly, that is what this family stands for. So we will now kind of be giving out to the society. We will do what it takes to really enable mankind.
Late Uche Okoro remains the only Labour leader who was president of Nupeng and later president of Pengasan. This is the news at 11 on NTA News 24, and here's a recap of some of our major stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima advocates homegrown solutions to Africa's economic problems at the World Economic Forum. Nigerian Independent System Operator shows Nigerians that electricity is being restored across the country after the national grid collapse. And Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf resigns his membership of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP.
This is NTA News 24.
Governor Usman Ododo of Kogi State has charged traditional rulers to desist from illegal allocation of lands or risk dethronement. He made this known when he visited the Elulu of Mopa, Oba Umuyiwa Ibeun, in his palace. Ajibola Christopher reports that the governor also inspected construction of ongoing projects in the area.
Traditional ruler, while receiving the governor, appreciates the massive development across the state, expressing gratitude for the construction of Mopa Township roads, which were abandoned by the previous administration. Oba Ibeun, who reiterated the support of the traditional institution and the people of Mopa, discloses that the kingdom has been known for peace, while commending the governor on his landmark security strategies, describing it as a model for safeguarding the state.
Your doings have effect on us. Sir, you are home which we are pleased in. You understand? Come any day, any time. We are giving you our blessing, and God is backing us on it.
Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo thanks Oba Ibeun for maintaining peace and uniting his kingdom. He says insecurity has been a major concern of his administration, pointing out that his administration is taking steps to checkmate banditry, as he warns that anyone caught abetting crimes in any form will not be spared.
If you are caught
hiding criminal, your house will come down. I have started it. If you sympathize with criminal too much and we vote it, your house will come down and you face it.
On the issue of illegal allocation of land, Governor Dodo says,
if you do, I will act. If you like, turn it to political whatever, I don't care. Because I have signed to protect life and livelihood, and I will continue to serve my people sincerely and transparently.
The governor was later honored with the highest traditional chieftaincy title for his transformation of Mopa Kingdom. Thereafter, he embarked on inspection of ongoing Mopa Township roads and the College of Education Technical, promising their timely completion. Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
That concludes the news at 11 on NTA News 24. I'm Zenra Dingmon. Thanks for watching.
Particular local government. The emphasis